So hello everyone and welcome. Today is the culmination of the 6-week advanced, 6-week, 8-week? 8-week advanced class at Andrew Wood Acting Studio. So to join this class, the students have to do the 10-week essentials class twice, so roughly 6 months, and then they can join this class. And the scenes that we've done in this class are from what's called the Jacobean era, which is the era of King James I of England. The Latin for James is Jacob, so that's why it's called Jacobean. And that's the era immediately following the Elizabethan era. So Shakespeare is famous for having written during the Elizabethan era, but he also wrote plays during the Jacobean era. For example, Macbeth and King Lear are both Jacobean plays. We're doing scenes today from other Jacobean writers. We're doing "'Tis Pity She's a Whore" by John Ford, "The Duchess of Malfi" by John Webster, and "The Changeling" by Thomas Middleton and John Rowley. Actually, "'Tis Pity She's a Whore" is technically not Jacobean, but Caroline, because it was written during the reign of Charles I. But John Ford, who wrote "'Tis Pity She's a Whore," wrote plays during the Jacobean era. So we think of him as a Jacobean playwright. So the first scene is from "'Tis Pity She's a Whore," and the scene takes place in the cell of a friar. And this friar has been a mentor to a young man named Giovanni, kind of guided him through his adolescence, and been a kind of father figure to him. And in this scene, Giovanni has just told the friar that he's in love with his sister. And the friar is concerned about that. So that's where we pick up.
Dispute no more in this. For know, young man, these are no school points. Nice philosophy may tolerate unlikely arguments, but heaven admits no jest. Wits that presumed on wit too much, by striving how to prove there was no God, through foolish grounds of art discovered first the nearest way to hell and filled the world with devilish atheism. Such questions, youth, are fond. For better 'tis to bless the sun than reason why it shines. Yet he thou talk'st of is above the sun. No more. I may not hear it.
Gentle Father, to you I have unclasped my burdened soul, made myself poor of secrets, have not left another word untold, which hath not spoke all what I ever durst or think or know. And yet is here the comfort I shall have? Must I not do what all men else may? Love?
Yes, you may love, fair son.
Must I not praise that beauty, which if framed anew, the gods would make a god of, if they had it there, and kneel to it as I do kneel to that?
Why, foolish madman!
Shall a peevish sound, a customary form from man to man, of brother and of sister, be a bar twixt my perpetual happiness and me? Say we had one father, say one womb, cursed to my joys, gave both us life and birth. Are we not therefore each to other bound so much the more by nature, by the links of blood, of reason, nay, if you'll have it, even of religion, to be ever one soul, one flesh, one love, one heart, one all?
Have done, unhappy youth, for thou art lost.
Shall then, for that I am, her brother born, my joys be ever banished from her bed? No, Father. In your eyes I see the change of pity and compassion. from your age, as from a sacred oracle, distills a life of counsel. Tell me, holy man, what cure shall give me ease in these extremes?
Repentance, son, and sorrow for this sin. For thou hast moved a majesty above with thy unranged, almost blasphemy.
Do not speak of that, dear confessor.
Art thou, my son, that miracle of wit, who once, within these 3 months, wert esteemed a wonder of thine age throughout Bologna? How did the university applaud thy government, learning, speech, behavior, sweetness, and all that could make up a man? I was proud of my tutelage, and chose rather to leave my books than to part with thee. I did so, but the fruit of all my hopes are lost in thee, as thou art in thyself. Giovanni, hast thou left the schools of knowledge to converse with lust and death? For death waits on thy lust. Look through the world, and thou shalt see 1,000 faces more glorious than this idol thou adorest. Leave her, and take thy choice. 'Tis much less sin, though in such games as those they lose that win.
It were more at ease to stop the ocean from floats and ebbs than to dissuade my vows.
Then I have done, and in thy willful flames already see thy ruin. Heaven is just, yet hear my counsel.
As a voice of life,
Hie to thy father's house. There, lock thee fast alone in thy chamber, fall down on both knees and grovel to the ground. Cry to thy heart. Wash every word thou utterest with tears, and if be possible, of blood. Beg heaven to cure the leprosy that rots thy soul. Acknowledge what thou art, a wretch, a worm, a nothing. Weep, sigh, pray 3 times a day and 3 times every night. For 7 days' space do this. If thou findst no change in thy desire, return to me. I'll think on remedy. Pray for thyself at home while I pray for thee here. Away. My blessings with thee. We have need to pray.
all this I'll do to free me from the rod of vengeance. Else I'll swear my fate's my God.
Pedro Vivas and Allan Sillay, ladies and gentlemen.